bang, 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 bang.
Dude. Why is this exclusively? No, it's not. Japan.
Yeah, it happened 2 years ago. Shinzo Abe. Yeah, well, he died, so it's a different story.
Died.
But
that was a manufactured weapon, right?
No, so he made a homemade gun, like shotgun, I think. It was like, what's a recipe for it? It's like a Minecraft recipe, right?
Well, shotguns, God, this is terrible, but like shotguns are probably easier to make because all a shotgun really is a tube, right, that shoots a casing full of like little pellets, right?
Yeah.
There's no rifling in shotguns as far as I know, right? They're extremely rudimentary weapons.
Rifling means like this kind of like curved,
the curved
grooves to guide the bullet.
So it's interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I remember my dad.
How close was he?
Oh, he was pretty close. Like, like you and me, or maybe like 10, 20 feet.
Wow.
Yeah. Like he was just chilling on the street and just got blammed.
So was he unliked or something like that?
Like any politician.
Okay.
Right? There's like, the love and hate.
Was he conservative or?
He was conservative. He was more like, very, on the conservative side. But he was like the longest lasting one. He only left office because of health problems. So he could have, done it for a long time.
Interesting.
And then, holy shit. Like, where were you when you saw?
I was in my living room, and no, I was on my computer, and my mom texted us and was like, Trump was just shot at.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, what? So I like put on my computer, turn on like Fox. I think it was Fox was one of the only live things was on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So I turned that on, and they replayed the clip where he, grabs his ear, right? That clip.
Holy shit.
And I knew right away.
He was okay.
Someone shot at him. And I knew he was okay because he wouldn't be grabbing his ear if he wasn't okay. He'd be dead. Right?
Yeah. Like we've seen enough faces of death to know like
also,
how body
if he
works.
did die, it wouldn't have been on TV.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. I was taking a shit. And this was probably an hour after it all happened.
Yeah.
And I just pull out Twitter and like it's all over the place, right? And I'm like, holy shit. And I thought it was fake. I thought it was an generative AI thing.
Right.
Because
it could have been.
It could have been. But like it's too subtle for it to be fake. Because it was just a graze in his ear. It was kind of like you didn't even know what was going on just by looking at that, right?
Yeah.
Right. And you just see a bunch of like Secret Service coming in. But then like I was on Twitter for like just scrolling through, right? And you get to like see how conspiratorially minded people are. Like I was comparing it to like how, some people who believe in ghosts will always see ghosts. Like if you truly believe in ghosts, you hear like a rattle at night and like, oh, that was a fucking ghost, right? You don't go into like other modes before it, right? Where you use logic and whatnot, like, oh, is it a person? Is it an animal or whatever?
I think there's different kinds of people. There's people who immediately think it's something not what it is, right?
Yes.
Those people I would consider like flat earthers, right? That's like the highest level of conspiratorial thinking. Then you got people who, after they see the evidence, think it's a conspiracy. Yeah. And I think those are like ghost people. Right? Those are like the ghost
you're talking about tier list of like how far you can go with like conspiracy minded. Yeah, it's about how many priors you need to make an argument about how the world is constructed, right?
Yeah.
Like, this might be an actual true conspiracy, right? Like
it's a non-zero probability.
We don't know, but for me, I go like, oh fuck, like they failed at like securing Trump.
Yeah, Occam's razor says that it was a lone, marginalized young man. Yeah, and that it was a bumble, right?
Yeah, you need the least amount of, synthetic data to account for that, right?
Exactly. You need the least amount of priors to get to that point, right?
Because you go, what, like people are fucking insane in America.
Yeah.
Which goes to like, oh, this guy's probably just a school shooter turned political shooter, right? Yeah. Like he's like on the cusp of that.
Wasn't getting laid.
I think vagina matters a lot in this case.
It does. Vagina matters a lot. Vagina changes a man, right? I think that
The guy, yeah, you can tell the guy. He was like, okay, get some vagina, guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Right.
Right. And
you
then
can tell he's never had sex by looking at him one time.
he's one vagina away from not doing this.
I agree. I think he
Yeah.
is.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that, like that's like the school shooter. Like that's crazy that we're there. We're like we have like it's a mindset that we're like accepted as a society. Right? That is an American it's an American phenotype. He was like bullied, it was like a bunch of things came out and like that's Occam's razor, right? And then you have to go Occam's razor on like the Secret Service. Like you go conspiratorially minded, right? If you like the ghosts, if you believe that the deep state is like, you know, doing the hand, you know, the pulling all the strings, and yeah, you go into like, oh, they fucking like sabotaged it or whatever. But I think it's just negligence, gross negligence.
I do too, but I want to make a point is that I think it's perfectly okay to think that there was something additional involved in this. It doesn't hurt anyone, in my opinion, to say that.
No, it doesn't, because like it's important to think.
Yeah, but what does hurt people are the people, mostly liberals, who are coming out and saying things like, "He missed. Why did you miss?" Like
that is some
fucked up shit, dude.
No.
I'm sorry. You can have a political disagreement with someone, but there's people online saying horrible fucking things, dude.
Yeah,
Destiny's one of them. I don't know if you heard what Destiny said.
I think he got canceled for
He
it,
did,
right?
dude.
Yeah, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
because he was not promoting violence, but he was promoting I guess in a way it is promoting violence.
he
He's
literally
okay
said
with,
if you were he said during his stream, if you were one of my right wing viewers and you died there, I'd laugh at you.
that's fucked up.
That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Zero
Destiny,
empathy. Yeah,
zero empathy.
Like all the rhetoric about like communication and like being, you know, understanding of people, like that is like the far thing that you should not that should not be an accessible thought.
And his argument was, well, the Republicans got me here, and I'm like, bro,
no, you got yourself.
You
there.
got yourself there.
Yeah,
yeah.
And if you are there, know that that's wrong. That's morally bankrupt. That's not an American person who's caring for other Americans.
I was kind of appalled, man. And, you know, I would consider Destiny someone before he said that I would have not like voted for president, but like I think he had a mind that I enjoyed listening to.
Well, the argument is IQ has nothing to do with, you know, moral compass.
Oh, of course not. They're
Yeah.
mutually exclusive, yeah.
Yeah. So he has no moral compass.
Yeah.
Or in this case, a moral compass that is okay with death. Death is never an answer to any of this.
Never.
So it is appalling.
Okay, play devil's advocate. Okay. Hitler.
No. Wait, what? What's up?
Hitler.
Okay.
The United States Armed Forces had to neutralize him. The shooter had to be neutralized.
But that's
right?
a person who murdered people.
Yes.
Killed,
yes.
right? So there's already...
But in that case, it is justified.
Yeah, because it's defense.
Yes.
Right? In this case, you don't laugh at someone who was just innocently there and
Yeah,
got
that's just
shot.
like the firefighter, right?
Yeah,
Who died.
and he was trying to protect his own family.
It was, of course, it was a paisan, of course.
Maron!
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that guy tried to protect his family. Didn't. Yeah, liberals are probably going to dislike the guy because he was at every Trump rally, right? So it's probably someone who they wouldn't drink beers with.
Has nothing to do
No, it
with a
doesn't.
human life.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
That's my point. Like, not someone you would have probably had beers with, but the guy doesn't deserve to die.
No.
Does not.
No. Yeah.
And to say you would have
yeah.
laughed at him for that.
You don't. No.
Yeah.
Like you can say, I wouldn't say anything. Just don't say anything. A person fucking died. This person had a family.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was protecting a family. That's a hero.
Damn, dude.
It's a fucking hero. Yeah.
So how do we
No. So like, yeah, this is a barometer for conspiratorially minded. Like I was looking through Twitter and I was like, oh, this person's a 10. Oh, this person's a 10. But
Yeah.
like people who are like, all right, let's wait for the results. Let's wait for the analysis before don't come to conclusions too quickly about this. You can say fishy, whatnot. That's okay. That's
those are
okay
like 3s or 4s.
Yeah, I'm a maybe a 2. What are you at?
I'm a 1.
You're
Yeah.
a 1.
Yeah.
So you went Occam's razor like immediately. You're like, okay, this is just a lone.
Yeah. A lot of people questioned a lot of things. I mean, I heard someone today question, how can a man stand up and pump his fist in the air? And I think endorphins can do a lot of weird shit, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that I don't know what I would have done in the situation. I probably would have fucking stayed on the ground, even when the Secret Service was trying to pull me up. I would have been like, dude, like, you know, I would have been shell shocked, I think.
Right.
Trump wasn't.
No, I think
He was shell shocked a little bit.
He was shell shocked,
but he fixed his hair.
And he was looking for a shoe.
Yeah. He's like, wait, let me get my shoes. He fixed his hair and he put his fucking arm in the air, right?
Yeah. I think also the Secret Service was, covering him for a while, and I think they told him like shoot her down.
Shoot it down, yeah.
Or something. So like, I think he felt comfortable enough to do that too.
But
he still wouldn't do it, I guess, right? Yeah.
My major question, and non-conspiratorially, is how the fuck was that roof not covered? That was a roof that was only
human negligence.
I'm saying from a human negligence perspective. How did the Secret Service miss that roof?
I don't think they missed it.
What do you mean? They did miss it. They didn't have a man on there.
No, they're just like, fuck it.
Damn, dude. Someone's getting fired.
No, absolutely. Like, shit hits there hasn't been an instance for 40 years, right? Secret Service. Like, Trump does a lot of fucking rallies. You're a little jaded. You're covering the same thing. All right, there's a new place every half week. You got to scope it. All right, nothing's happened forever, so you get a little jaded. And this is like Occam's razor for me. Like human negligence, jadedness, and then when shit hits a fan, oh shit. Like I'm a software guy, right?
Yeah.
So what happens with data breaches? It's not like people don't care about security. Everyone cares about security, but when shit hits a fan, it's because of one little slip.
Yeah. But it does make you wonder, again, non-conspiratorially, about how you get to this point. And the first part is he's not a president. So right there, he gets less people, right? Right there. Now, let's add on, it was hot that day, right? People were being fucking lazy, staying in air conditioning. That probably happened too. 3, I don't know how much of an effect this has, but there's probably people that don't like the fucking guy very much.
Not in Pennsylvania.
Not in Pennsylvania. No, I'm talking about the Secret Service. I'm talking about people who maybe work in the Secret Service.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is, it's not their fucking job to care about if they like it or not, right?
But we're talking about humans here. We're not talking about machines.
Yeah, but we're saying, I think we're both agreeing, they fucked up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They fucked up because of a lot of human reasons, and not because of this cabal or whatever.
Right? No.
Miscommunication and I don't, a lot of
Yeah.
I think a lot of happened here.
A lot of happened. A lot of feature interactions happened, I think.
Yeah.
Right? You have these features that are singly happening, but then when they interact non-linearly, you get these weird fucking slopes of laziness and
I think a lot of bloat, right? Bloat. Too many modes of communication to go to people who have to make decisions, right?
Yeah.
Because then there has to be an immediate leader who the way it's constructed, it seems like they had to contact 3 layers just to make a decision.
Well, you do, right? So this is the thing. Someone who's worked in quasi law enforcement field, right? When you're working with multiple agencies, the local cop sees the guy. Local cop runs because the guy turned the gun on him. He radios his dispatch. Dispatch has to radio the state police. State police has to radio the fucking Secret Service, right? So you have these whole layers of jumping that has to happen.
Got my brain going.
Yeah.
You know how the human body works, right?
Yeah.
We have a central nervous system and we have reflex, right? Yeah. We have things where if your hand touches a stove, it's not going into your brain to pull your hand out, right? There's an immediate thing going
there's a brain light thing that's happening.
A reflex.
Yeah, a reflex.
That happens without communicating to your brain and going through the network of decision making, right? It's a reflex.
Mm-hmm.
Secret Service should be like that. Where because you're working in such danger levels, if a certain thing happens, I think a lot of things can happen where a higher level communication can be. But if there's a fucking gun, you go immediate action.
I agree with you, but I think what happened was they didn't get the reflex fast enough. They didn't get the information they needed fast enough.
Yeah, but I think that's wrong. I think
they
should have gone to the
system.
dispatcher, and then immediately to the
Secret Service. Yeah, the
no,
snipers.
not Secret Service, the local policemen that are right there.
Yeah,
right. It shouldn't. There should be protocols for the level of danger.
It was a bungle. And Trump is lucky that he turned his head. He's lucky this guy wasn't really a good shot.
Yeah. So we're chaos people, right?
Yeah.
It makes me think. It's chaos theory.
Mm-hmm.
like all the butterflies flaps aligned, right? Because the projector was on his right,
Mhm.
right? So if it was like in front of him, his head is a little more of a mark.
Yep.
Right? It was to the side, and he kept on referencing it. Like it matters about like, oh hey, like how long is that PowerPoint? Oh, how late was he at the rally? How many Diet Cokes did he have? Where it accelerated his words per minute.
Yep.
Right?
All these things go into play. Yeah.
Yeah, and then boom, like perfectly just grazes his ear. Not perfectly, but Van Gogh did.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
And he came out in the Republican National Convention like a fucking UFC fighter, just walking.
That had to be staged, right? Or I mean, like produced.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he came out like it had like his specs in the bottom, 6'3".
Yeah.
450. Doof, doof, doof.
Yeah, man. What a crazy fucking day to be an American.
Yeah, and be I don't know, be nice to other Americans. Be empathetic, man. People suffered, and fucking thank God he didn't die.
Think about this. Like, do you want to live in a world? I think we should end with this. Do you want to live in a world where this immediate, reactionary, incendiary bullshit keeps happening? We're never going to be unified. Whether that's Trump that's president or someone else, you know, you got to grow up, man. You got to grow up, and you just got to let shit go. Like, you can't hate people just because they have a different ideology than you.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, you know, let the mind, you know, roam a little bit when it comes to empathy.
Yeah.
Like really understand what it means when a person dies. Like just don't go full NPC mode on these people. These are actual people. All right, brother.
All right.
Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang.